I'm just gonna do a bunch of like general prep for the show season. It's this Saturday, so a week before Southern Roots' first show of the year. So what I have left to do on the GTO is swap out the cluster backing to the Monaro cluster. I need to replace the drive shaft bolts still. I need to, I don't need to, but I'd like to redo some stuff in the engine bay, and I'd like to redo some wiring on the air ride. So none of it's necessary stuff. The only necessary thing to get it to a car show is making sure I have the right drive shaft bolts and making sure they're torqued down appropriately. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna kind of try to do the like vlog style video, like where I just show what I'm doing, because I'm probably just gonna keep doing stuff all day, or I'll at least video stuff until the camera dies, because this camera's battery's kind of shitty. But I'm gonna do that, and I'll just take anyone who's watching along for the ride. So there's that. So I'm in the garage now. I have a headlamp on and stuff, but GTO is up on jack stands. I'm going to show you a little bit of why I'm swapping the drive shaft bolts instead of just saying something about it. I'm not really going to record anything with it, but let me show you the difference in the two bolts. So obviously this is a socket head or whatever you call it, and this is a regular bolt. The regular bolt's what I could get a hold of when I was swapping everything out, or when I was putting the new drive shaft in, because I got it used from a part out, and I wasn't able to get the socket head screws or bolts in time, or as I did the install. So it all kind of, the only reason I'm swapping them is because I can't get a ratcheting wrench on the regular bolt heads. So I feel like that's not really safe because I can't torque it down. So I'm swapping these out. I still need to go get a adapter key from a whatever drive my torque wrench is to whatever drive my socket is. So I gotta do that, but I'm just gonna keep working on this. I'm not really gonna record any of it. I'll just kind of show it's done. Alright, so GTO's back off of jack stands, and the drive shaft bolts are changed. I have another 4 spares in case those back out. I'm just going to throw those in my toolbox that I keep in the car. And so the next thing to do, or that I have to do, that I want to do today, is I want to pull out the stock cluster, and I have to take it apart to pull the paper backing out to then put the Monaro cluster backing in, which is the only thing different with it. Instead of saying GTO, it says Monaro. But when you're doing a conversion, you really kind of want everything to match up right. And my cat's sneezing in the background, so that's what that is. Alright, so this part of my prep is, as you see, the cluster says GTO right there, and the new backing says Monaro, which that's obviously something I wanted to change. The rest of the interior already has all the GTO stuff removed, so I just want to make those match. I might try to record more of this than I did of the last thing I put in the video, so here that goes. One thing I did notice is they did the 0506 style numbers on everything as opposed to the 04 style, which the 04 style is kind of more of a classic look. This is a little more aggressive. I don't feel one way strongly about either, but I think this looks pretty good. I love the Monaro logo, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So one thing that my buddies and I joked about when I was doing this was going ahead, and as you can see all the things that the car can possibly tell you. My car has 3 or 4 airbag faults, all because it has an aftermarket steering wheel, it has aftermarket seats, no passenger sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and take just a tiny piece of duct tape or electrical tape and put it right behind there, so when the cluster illuminates, it quits showing me that idiot light. It'll still beep at me and everything, but it's a whole lot easier to do this than go through the process of putting resistors all throughout the car to sort out this problem. So, just make sure this one's the airbag. Yep, airbag. And so there's that. And now, as you can see, there's no airbag light that can come on. So, there's that. And now, I'm going to split the stock cluster open, which I noticed some neat things on the back of it. Pretty much everything Holden does is color coded and everything. So, hot is, or it says red hot, which that's the same color as the SS. And it says GTO coupe because the coupes, or GTO coupes, got this cluster. If it was an original Monaro cluster, it would get this cluster. So, gonna keep working on this. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like it has two Torx bits that go right up there. So I'm gonna go grab those and then continue on. Alright, I didn't really record much of anything of this just because I've been kind of hard at work on it, but I would read a lot on the forums of things to do beforehand, so I marked out where all the needles were sitting before and then set them all to the same spots, which that's the 0 spot with no power to it. So then ideally once I put power to the ignition, everything will go to where it's supposed to be, and that's that. So the only thing, I read a few things on the forum as I've been doing this. I haven't been really recording it well, but as I've been doing this, this is the tool that comes with the cluster backing, and you literally stick it under the needle and pop up and they'll come right off. But I was reading you can also use a fork if you're just disassembling the cluster by yourself without any tools and without anything to put it back together. So I'm going to wipe it all down as best I can with this paper towel, just because I know everything's going to be trapped in there once I put all the cover back on. So now this cluster is fully reassembled and I think it looks really good. I'm going to put it back in the car now. Alright, so now I need to take care of some wiring in the car. When I put the seats in and ran the seat belts through the harness holes, I clipped one of the RCA wires and pinched it. So I need to pull the inner trim panel off and electrical tape it so it's not getting signals from other things. If that's not the issue, then I need to go to the trunk and move the RCAs away from power cords, because it's just a little bit of engine noise and it annoys me. Alright, I don't know if the headlamp will do anything for this, but let's see. As you can see there, that is a split in the wire, but that is not my RCAs. So that is the wire to the tweeters, which makes sense as to why I got a noise through the tweeters, but I'm just going to try electrical taping that up and hoping that solves this problem. If not, alright, so wrapping electrical tape around the wire worked, so on to the next step of getting the car ready for the season. I'm pretty sure at this point that's going to be finishing up some of the engine bay stuff, which might be a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to put the interior back together down there, and then I'll pick the video back up after that. Alright, so getting more stuff done. I forgot that I had a line leaking in the front, and I saw these hose clamps sitting on the shelf, and it reminded me that I need to replace the hose clamps on my power steering pump or power steering cooler lines. So I went ahead and did that. Just lowering the car off the jack now. And there's that. So I think I got just about everything I wanted to done. I need to take some stickers off the car, just like show stickers and stuff like that. And then it's pretty much ready to go for the season. I still want to get the stuff done in the engine bay, but I'm going to get that done when I get it done. It's not too pressing. I am praying you can see my face, because I really don't know if you can, because I've never shot anything in this car. But right now I'm going to head to a car meet. I was going to cut the video off with just going, like, prepping the car, but I made a post on Instagram probably this morning, maybe early afternoon, saying car meet 10 o'clock at the skate park. The skate park's where I used to meet in Louisville back a few years ago, and it was a great meet spot. So I'm gonna go down there, and if there's cool stuff, I'm gonna get the camera out and videotape it. But otherwise, if I don't do anything else, this is where I'm gonna cut it off. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more. I'm gonna post more stuff. I have more stuff to get ready for this car. I still need to detail it for the season. I'm probably gonna shoot another whole video again tomorrow, because I've been enjoying this. So if I don't see you again, peace out.